Welcome back to National Report. Despite the summer break from school, many parents still focusing on their children's education, including our next guest. Joining us to discuss is the president of the Oregon Moms Union, Mackenzie Pulliam. Mackenzie, welcome to National Report. Thanks so much for coming on today. I want to show you this tweet. This was shared by the president recently. He says this: due to the pandemic, kids are behind in math and reading. We know how to help bridge this gap. I'm calling on schools to use American Rescue Plan funds to expand tutoring, summer learning, and after-school programs, and to provide 250,000 more tutors and mentors for our kids. Mackenzie, we are in summer break right now. I know there's some summer school going on, but what have you heard from parents? Are they noticing that their kids have fallen behind because of the pandemic, and could this have been prevented?
Yeah, I think, there are a lot of kids out there that aren't reading at grade level. I think it's a huge result of not just the pandemic, but really the government teachers union keeping our kids out of school for way too long. Here in Oregon, our kids were some of the last to get back into the classroom full time, and that was a direct result of the government teachers unions. That, coupled with mask policies, short staffing, teacher burnout, I think a lot of our kids are really struggling, and I don't really see much of a plan to catch them up. There's so much divisive, politicalized rhetoric going on in our schools right now. We really need to get back to teaching our kids the basics of math, reading, and writing.
Do you think teachers notice this as well as they're watching their students in the classroom and their performance?
I think they do. And I think that a lot of teachers aren't being given the resources that they need to be able to help catch these kids up. They're trying to focus on the needs of the group, and they can't really focus on kids in an individualized manner because they're so busy worrying about teaching some of this politicized content.
What are you hearing from kids? Do they get frustrated when they're not finding the answers that they need to do well on exams?
Yeah, I think there's definitely frustration. And honestly, we've seen it, with my own kids. I think there's definite frustration, and there doesn't seem to be the opportunity for, like I said, that individualized help to really catch them up to where they need to be.
Parents, of course, want the best for their children, and I know the vast majority of teachers do as well. They want to see their students succeed. They really do mean well. But sometimes, parents are looking outside of public schools, and they've turned to school choice. I know it does provide different opportunities for students to learn in different environments. In fact, there's a poll by the American Federation for Children. It finds that school choice is becoming more popular on even both sides of the political aisle. An increase, of course, with Republicans, 9%, 7% with Democrats, 7% with independents. Mackenzie, what does this poll tell you about the interest of school choice?
I think it just shows that parents are ready to be part of the decision-making process and are ready for individualized learning for their students. We actually recently did a poll here in Deep Blue, Oregon on school choice, and 72% of Oregonians support allowing parents the right to decide where their taxpayer dollars go and what kind of school their kids go to. And I think that nationwide parents are ready to take back the power. And the power shouldn't lie in the government teachers unions or with the politicians or bureaucrats. Parents should really be making those decisions as to what's best for their kids' individual needs.
We've seen parents show up at school boards and voice their frustrations to do so. And people listen, quite frankly. And of course, parents do have a chance to vote on those school board members. Important to show up for those local elections. That is the president of the Oregon Moms Union, Mackenzie Pulliam, joining us this morning. Mackenzie, thank you so much.